So if you're watching this video, you're wondering, do I need a website? My name is Desmond Soon, and I'm joined here by founder of Spurrell Associates, Josh Spurrell himself, Canada's most sought after CPA and top rated CFO in Canada. So in this video series, what Josh and I are covering are all the things that business owners like yourself are needing to overcome. They might be missed. In fact, I've got some takeaways here from his manuscript from your book, Josh, that I've printed out here, and I've got some quotes here. And this is the funny thing, Josh, we always hear business owners say, I'm building a website, and do I do a WordPress? Do I do this? I can use a Wix. What's your take on, when someone says, do I need a website? What's your first reaction?
They're kind of missing the point.
Okay.
I mean, do you need a website? There's a movie, The Field of Dreams. If I build it, they will come.
Correct. Yep.
A website that's not going to get seen by anybody, or a website that's not going to rank on Google, I mean, you might as well not build the site.
Right.
A website that ranks can be life-changing.
Right.
A website that
that's the golden what is it called, the golden chalice, or the
yeah. I mean, like 91.5% of all searches end on page one. So if you're not on page one,
yes,
who's seeing your website? It's your mom and your sister and your brother who are looking at the website and saying good job, right? But the phone's not ringing, right?
Yep.
How many entrepreneurs I've seen, they spent thousands of dollars on a website and the phone was going to start ringing. That's not how it works.
It's almost as bad as like someone saying, I need business cards first in order to get a business started.
Yeah.
We see this all the time with business owners that come in to say, but you wait, I'll be back in 3 months. I got to build my website first, and then I'll get started with marketing activities and sales and so forth.
Yeah. I mean, we got to focus on actually getting a website that works.
Yes.
And usually, first things first, it's your Google Maps listing.
Okay.
Like your Google Maps listing on its own will beat most websites. Okay.
Right.
So Google Maps listing is when you search something, a local business,
and it shows up on the right side.
It shows up on the map results, and it shows the addresses and the star rating.
Right.
If you have a Google Maps listing with 40 Google reviews, okay?
Yes.
So 40 Google reviews, it will generally outperform a $10,000 website with no map listing and no ranking.
Wow. Okay.
Because people buy things because of social proof and page one placement, right?
Correct.
A Google Map listing can get both.
Yes.
Very cheaply, okay?
Right.
A Google Map listing depends on how close you are to the business, how competitive the keyword terms are, but you have a chance by getting on the map listing, right?
Okay.
Even a highly competitive keyword term,
Yep.
if you're right next door to the person who's buying, you will show up, right?
Right.
With a couple of reviews, right?
So I'm hearing this. If you don't have a website yet, don't build a website right away.
Yeah.
Invest the time to get your Google My Business listing.
Yes.
And invest that time to get the 40 reviews as soon as possible.
That's right. It should be like your primary goal number one. You see it when we're building the business plans for every business.
Yep.
We look at that as a kind of a
major milestone first.
It's like building the foundation for the house. We need to do that first. I don't care if you're going to spend $100,000 a year on advertising or $0 a year in advertising. That should be number one.
The one and only thing, though.
The one thing, it's pouring the concrete before we're going to frame that house up.
All right, great. Now, by the way, if you like what Josh is saying here and you want to get more clarity, comment below in the comments, type a question out. I will get Josh to answer those questions. Also, by the way, check out some of the other videos that we have in this series. You can click them up here. I'll put them in the description below as well too. We cover all the sorts of problems that entrepreneurs go through. If you just watch all these videos, you will already be 10 times ahead of every other entrepreneur and be able to succeed and beat the odds. Now, Josh, what is the most important thing on a website?
Okay. So for people to know that, some people will tell you this based on feelings.
Right.
But I tell people marketing is not based on feelings.
Is it the look and feel? Is it the logo? Is it the template? We
have to remember that the average visit to a website is 15 seconds or less.
Okay.
It's 15 seconds or less. So what that means, it's not the sub-services page that you spent all your time on. In fact, most people don't even get to the bottom of the homepage. Most people make a decision on what we call above the fold on the homepage. So before you even scroll on the homepage, that is the most important part.
The very first thing to see, come in.
And the most important part, what you can actually put on there, is what we call a no-brainer offer, an irresistible offer.
Can you give an example? What do you mean by a no-brainer offer?
It is your first service is $1, okay? It's a free info product.
Book your free discovery call, consultation call.
It's an offer that's generally better than your competitor. So if you're a lawyer these days and no other lawyer is offering a free hour consult, they're just offering 15 minutes, your hour consult is worthwhile. If you're a contractor and every contractor is offering a free consult, your free consult is meaningless.
Right.
You need to offer an inspection that they normally don't get, or you need to change out their smoke alarms that could burn their house down. These sort of low dollar value items, generally something that costs you less than $100.
Yep.
Something that takes less than an hour of your time.
Yes.
That's what you want to put out there, but it's better than your competition. That's what makes the phone ring. It needs to be above the fold on the homepage for that 15-second visit or less.
Actually, if you want to see a great example, just go straight to spurrell.ca, Spurrell. Josh, on yours, you have a book. You give away Michael Gerber's book. I mean, tell us about that strategy. Why that book, and has it been helpful at getting people to come in?
Well, I mean, that book, for me, someone gave me that book years ago, and it changed the course of what I was doing in my life. And so I try to pay that forward and give it to people. But in my world, like, there's a lot of CPAs who will give a free consult. I'm the only CPA who gives a free consult and a book, right? And one of a best-selling business book, right?
Right.
No one else will do it, and they're just thinking about the $20 that you pay, but they don't understand the math of how much it takes to generate a lead online to begin with.
Right. That $20 you're investing, that's cheaper. That's the cheapest ad you could have, right?
I could spend another $100 to get the phone to ring every time I want to without an irresistible offer, or I can give something away that costs me $20, right?
Correct.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of it. Hair salons that will cut someone's hair for $1 the first time, because you don't make anything off of that first haircut. People
just get them in the door.
You only make money because that person becomes a lifetime customer, a customer for years, right?
Right.
People, they're just basing their pricing and their first offer based on the initial sale. They're not looking at the lifetime value of that customer.
Okay, so Josh, now that, say someone, they're not an absolute beginner, they've already got a website in place, they hired someone, maybe even a bit of SEO, let's just say that, right? And, do you need just a website, or should you combine it with ads? That's also another debatable topic. Do you just do only ads and no website? Do you do a website, no ads, or do you do a combination of both?
Combination of both. In my view, website without ads is like a car without gas. Like, it's just super inefficient. It's not going to work, right? And really, I tell people the minimum viable product is you want to be spending at least $25 a day on Google search ads. That's just, you're actually in the game, right? If you're playing a sport, you got your bat and your glove now, right? You don't have Gold Glovers playing on your team yet, but you got a bat and the glove. You got a shot.
That's like what, $750 a month?
$750 a month, right?
Yeah.
Generally, you want to pair that with a retargeting ad, right?
Okay. Yep.
Maybe $5 a day on a platform like AdRoll, who's there. We spend so much money to get them to the website, but most people, they're not going to transact first on that first visit to the website.
Yeah.
They got to see the offer 4.3 times on average to transact. So we want to retarget them over and over again.
Okay, so that's been really interesting. I hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. Now, Josh, next question I have from the viewers, they always say, can you rank a website organically?
You can. You can. It involves, back to the reviews again, a significant amount of reviews.
Yep.
You also need much more content than you ever thought imaginable, right?
How much, example-wise?
I mean, we used to hear people talk about you should blog. You should blog once a month or once a week.
Yes.
For most competitive keyword terms, even locally, one blog a week or one blog a month is kind of like me going out there and spitting in that ocean and hoping for the water level to rise. Like, it's just not going to happen, right? So, when we launch SEO campaigns with our business partners through Inspired Method Marketing and Coaching, we're writing 30,000 words every month.
Wow.
That's 31,000 words articles, right?
Yes.
And we have scalable ways that it makes it actually affordable for the average small business owner to do that level of content. But you need much more content than you thought imaginable, right?
Right.
1,000 words of content on every main page, right? Articles with 1,000 words over and over and over again. Like, we rank Edmonton CPA will be on first page of Google for a very competitive keyword term.
Yeah.
We have almost 5 million words of content on the website, right? The Bible might have 750,000 words for comparison.
So you've got almost like 6 times 6 Bibles.
That's right. Content on the website, right?
Right.
You need much more content than you realize. But you just have to start, right?
Right.
And the paid ads run into this too.
Okay.
Because that gets you time on page. It's hitting some of the metrics in the background. So one plays into the other.
Okay. So then if a business owner is watching this right now, let's say they have nothing started yet, just getting started. And then I want to get into another second question for the business owner that already has a website.
Yep.
You know, do they need to get a new one built, right? So for the business owner like yourself, if you don't have a website yet, you're just thinking about it, or you know, you've dabbled with one and you're thinking of redoing another one right now. Josh, what are some of the first steps? In which sequence, if you had to go back in time and redo it again for yourself, in which sequence, in which order would you do it?
Yeah. Step 1, Google Map listing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Step 2, make some YouTube videos like we're doing right now, because you're gonna need some content to put on that website and some links.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So this is the most efficient way to generate content.
And it's a good way for you to practice speaking about your business.
That's right.
And talking about what you do and what problems you solve in the marketplace, right?
Step 3, get a website up, even if it's a one-page website with an attractive offer at the top of the
So
page.
don't build like 10 pages and worry about all that. Don't worry about getting photo shoots. Just get a one-pager up.
Yeah. Get a website up with an attractive offer at the top, okay?
Yep.
A way to collect leads at the bottom. So they're generally gonna, at the top, you know, usually we want 3 calls to action: phone, email, contact us, here buttons.
Yes.
At the bottom, another form that they can fill out of that homepage.
Yep.
Launch some ads into that, right?
Run ads to that.
Run ads into that, right?
Okay, yep.
That would be the first place to start, right? Launching your website and, you know, waiting 2 or 3 years to launch the ads, it's just, why are we accelerating? Why are we dragging out this process?
Right.
The car's not going to work till you put the gas in it.
But Josh, say I already have an existing website. Do I build a new one? Do I scrap it? Do I modify it? What's your suggestion on that?
If you already have an existing website, here's the time where you need to actually purchase some professional help.
Okay.
When we started talking about how to rank organically on Google,
Yep.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of things that has to be in. I mean, we want to follow Google's canonical compliance rules. Right?
Yes.
That's not something that the average entrepreneur is going to know how to do. At some point, you need to pay someone to help.
A professional, yeah, right.
You need professional level programming. You're not going to be able to write enough content on your own. You need the ability to generate content. So if you're already at the point where you have that minimal viable product, you're looking to the next level.
Yep.
Really, you need to invest in that website and spend some money.
Okay. And what sort of ballpark range? I mean, as a CPA, also your sister company, right?
Yeah.
Inspired Method.
Yeah.
You guys do some of those services. So
Yeah.
what sort of ballpark range for an entrepreneur do they need to put aside?
Yeah. Usually, the minimal viable product for a website, it's about $1,500 a month.
Okay.
And I tell people that, and they say per month. They think about building it once, but unless you're actually putting enough content onto that website, it's not going to rank organically. Right?
Okay, yep.
So the type of content that you're going to need to put on there to rank organically, it's going to cost about $1,500 a month, right? Anybody
Okay.
who sells you a $10,000 website with nothing after,
Oh, that's not good. That's a red flag, right?
they don't know how to make it rank on Google. They're just trying
Right.
to get as much money out of you to begin with, right?
Yep.
Because they know long term you're not going to continue to pay for that.
Correct. Okay. Well, folks, we can do a whole separate video on how to build the websites. If you want Josh to do that, actually, let us know in the comments below. Check out the other videos in the series here, and we will see you in the next video.